it is really a privilege to be here with you today, old friends, new friends, 25 years of ASTP. So this is a very, very special annual conference. And I won't take long. We have created some room for the differences in our cultures in starting times. So we had scheduled, of course, officially to start 8:45. It's now 9, so I will be fast. Over the past 2 years, we've did our General Assembly online to allow as many of our members to join. Of course, in the past, we've also done it during our annual conference, but we'll keep it that way to make sure as many people are able to join us wherever they are around the world in Europe. So I just wanted to highlight that 25 years of ASTP for the board brings big responsibilities. So over the past year, and we'll of course continue that, we are very, very busy with shaping the next 25 years of ASTP, and actually the association is in very good form. We are growing the memberships numbers, and actually more importantly, you as members are engaging even more and more and more with each other in the separate communities, special interest groups, events, and that activity brings a lot of energy, and it's also the people in headquarters that put a lot of energy in to making all of that happen. So big thanks to everybody in headquarters for all their continued support. So this annual conference, just wanted to highlight a couple of great results. We have over 350 attendees from over 50 countries, representing over 200 different institutions. And you will be hearing from 77 different people today, tomorrow, and actually also yesterday, their perspectives. And of course, you are invited to share your perspectives. And actually, I mentioned yesterday, we had the pre-conference day, and it was the most packed pre-conference day we've ever had. And actually, if you look in your app, today is scheduled as day 2, and I think that's only fair because actually we sort of started yesterday anyway. Of course, I need to thank our sponsors. So a big thanks to Senion, Elucid, Entrepreneurity, European Patent Office, First Ignite, Foresight, Go Vilnius, Intium, LiveArc, Netval, and Wellspring. And maybe we are getting big support actually from Lithuanian and Vilnius community. And Vilnius is the European Green Capital of 2025. I didn't know, so I was happy Anwar told me. And that's also the reason why this year our badges are all green. So you're in European Green Capital. So Amanda, I want to call you to the stage for a few words as the chair of our conference program committee. Careful there. And of course, our VP events in board.
It's fantastic to see so many of you here and to be here to celebrate 25 years of ASTP. How did that happen? It's amazing. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed the reception last night. It looked like it because there was a lot of singing, so that's always a good sign. And I'm sure Anwar has many more surprises for us lined up to celebrate the 25 years tonight as well. Anyway, by way of introduction, my name is Amanda Zeffmann. I'm Head of Consultancy Services and Research Tools Licensing at Cambridge Enterprise, which is the innovation arm of the University of Cambridge. But I also have the pleasure of chairing the committee that plans the programme for this event. So it would be really great if anyone has any feedback, positive or negative, hopefully constructive, please come and talk to us on the committee. And actually, at the end of the conference, there's actually a session where you're able to come along and talk to us, tell us any of your ideas, if there's anything missing, anything you didn't want to hear about or see, or just ask us anything at all. So the committee, the board, and maybe a few other hanger-ons will be there as well. Anyway, before I move on, I just want to thank the programming committee. So unfortunately, Sarah is unable to join us, but could the rest of the programming committee maybe stand up? Sorry, I always have to have my annual moment of embarrassing people. And thank you for all your hard work and dedication. This wouldn't happen without you. Anyway, so over the next few minutes, I want to provide you with an overview of the format of the programme, particularly for those people who this is the first time at ASTP, and also share with you some highlights for you to be aware of. So once I stop speaking, we'll enter into the first plenary of two, so there'll be another plenary session tomorrow. And we're going to start off hearing from the Ministry of Education, Science and Sport about the latest developments in knowledge transfer in Lithuania. This will then be followed by a session, if you like, a conversation between Karen Lagarde and also Sylvia Lennertz, who is the Rector Magnificus at Technical University Eindhoven, and she will share with us some of her experiences and also her thoughts about where the whole knowledge transfer landscape is going as well. And then tomorrow, I'm also really excited because we've got a topic which I think probably we haven't covered before, and that maybe, definitely in fact, needs more airtime. And that is innovation with women at the forefront of the mind. So women's health solutions for the other half. So that should be good. So please do, even if you have a really late night tonight, please do try and make that plenary tomorrow. So aside from the plenary sessions, the main sessions are organised into parallel tracks, 3 parallel tracks. And those parallel tracks loosely align with 3 key themes. So core knowledge transfer, improving what we do, how we do it to be more effective and efficient, and then also a track on ventures. So hopefully there'll be something for everyone. And we're covering topics, very topical ones, obviously like AI, but not just AI tools to enable us to do what we do better, but also being able to navigate the challenges that sometimes we see with AI innovations. We've also got topics such as green ventures, impact licensing, the session I mentioned earlier for people new to the profession as well. What else have we got? We've got a whole load of things, but you should be able to see on your app. If you haven't got that app at the moment, make sure that you do download it because all of the program is on there. So, for those who haven't been before, later today we have something called a knowledge stock exchange. And what that is 90 minutes made up of very fast, energetic, 15-minute sessions across 3 key areas. And the idea is that you go from one 15-minute session to the next one, hopefully quickly, because we have to fit all of them in the hour and a half. But you can go from one track to the other. You don't have to stick to the same track. And so what are those? So the first area is marketplace, where you can hear from service providers about tools that they have available and also maybe opportunities for collaboration. The second one is about initiative sharing. So we'll hear from our community about initiatives across the whole knowledge transfer landscape. And then the third area is ecosystem insight. So what's that? Well, that's listening to people from across the wide range of the ecosystem who are here at the conference about some of their ideas and thoughts and thought leadership. So definitely worth going to. Really good, high energy sessions this afternoon. Probably good, because it's straight after lunch, so it'd be a good way to wake everybody up. So, last but definitely not least is the social and networking side of things. Now actually, so we've got 3 things on here which have already happened, so we're a bit late to the party, but still, the main thing I want to say is really use the opportunity to make new friends, to meet new people, to find connections, to cement old relationships, professional of course. So, you know, loads of opportunities. We'll have the we had the welcome reception yesterday. We've got the conference dinner tonight. And then for those who don't have too late a night and who are into running, not me, I shall add, there is a wake up and move session tomorrow morning, which is a 5K run along the beautiful river. Hopefully you've had a chance to have a little wander around outside here. So there will be a run. I'm not sure what time. Anyone who, 8 maybe? Anyone know what time the run is tomorrow? 7. Oh, 7. Okay. 7. Definitely won't be doing that. And then at the end of the conference, for anyone who's still around, we've got some closing drinks. So you can say goodbye to all those new friends that you've made in the last few days. So anyway, that's it from me. Other than to say, have a really good time, make good connections, and hopefully you'll all be able to take something really useful away with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. So we are extremely honored that we have the Vice Minister for Education, Science and Sports of the Republic of Lithuania here with us. Just-in-time delivery, because as you may have seen, there are some military activities and parades going on, but nonetheless you're here. So I would like to welcome to the stage Professor Dr. Regina Valutytė.
Dear ASTP President, esteemed members of the whole team, and dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a true pleasure for me to welcome you to Vilnius, celebrating, as you see, for this exceptional occasion, your annual conference celebrating 25 years of global leadership in advancing knowledge transfer. Thank you very much for choosing Lithuania for celebrating this special occasion. We can see that over the years, you have brought together leading professionals, both strong international partnerships, and played a key role in shaping the future of innovation ecosystems worldwide. Warmest congratulations to the entire ASTP community on the work done so far and this remarkable anniversary. We all know that the road of innovating is far from easy. It requires resilience, smart policy, and long-term investment. But most importantly, being able to rely on impactful communities. Therefore, for Lithuania, being part of this community means more than just participation. It means learning from you and with you. It means growing with you and also strengthening our role on the global innovation stage. We value very much that together we're building a future where knowledge is not only shared, but transformed into meaningful progress. It is through partnership like this that we are able to overcome limitations amplify our strengths, and build bridges between institutions, countries, and people. Lithuania is proud to be part of this vibrant community, and we are looking forward to continuing this journey together as equal contributors to a more innovative, inclusive, and forward-looking Europe. So, having said that, I would like to wish you a productive and inspiring time together at this conference, and big celebration. Lithuania is with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Regina. And now, to tell us more about the innovation landscape in Lithuania, we have the head of the Technology and Innovation Unit at the Ministry of Education, Science and Sports, Zita Duchovskienė.
Dear President, dear Chair of the Programming Committee, dear Vice Minister, it's my pleasure to be here and to say a few words about our insights on knowledge transfer in Lithuania. And I would like to start from some data. What is Lithuania in numbers? Today, we have less than 3 million population, of which 1/3 aged between 25 and 34 has a tertiary education. Students and studies and research activities are carried out at 17 universities, 17 research institutes, and also 13 colleges, and of which almost 40% are private. Nearly 26,000 employees work in R&D sector, including more than 90,000 researchers. And these numbers have been gradually increasing over the last 10 years. According to Eurostat, Lithuania has been leading in EU, as already was mentioned by our minister, was leading in the share of women in science and technology for some time, with 63%. And this reflects not only the high level of women involvement in research, but also progress in terms of career advancement and gender equality. WIPO published the World Innovation Index in 2024, and Lithuania ranks 35th among 133 countries. Lithuania remains an important innovation player with a stable position in the top 40. It is important also to mention that we are ranked in 29th position in knowledge and technology, which covers high-tech, manufacturing and export, as well as the knowledge transfer. Lithuania digitalization is processing in a rapid pace. In 2024, ranking by Digital Lifestyle Index, Lithuania ranked 15th of 121 countries and was in the highest ranking in the Baltic countries. According to European Innovation Scoreboard, in 2024, Lithuania demonstrates the highest yearly progress with 3.6 percentage points among EU member states in the field of R&D from 23 to 24. And in the period from 2017 to 24, Lithuania has been the top fifth with a plus more than 16% of the most rapidly growing countries among the EU member states in the field of R&D. And in 2021, the National Agreement of Lithuania Education Policy was signed by Lithuanian parliament parties. Science is on the top of priorities in this agreement. The agreement set target of 1 GDP% for R&D from the state budget in 2030, and to increase the average salary for researchers by 150% till 2024. This resulted in the funding of R&D from national funds increasing more than twofold just in 3 years, from 21 to 24. Such a concentration of funding and investments in R&D is necessary condition for beginning to create opportunities to think not only about the survival of the academy, but also about breakthrough. In terms of knowledge-based breakthrough sectors, life science sector is worth mentioning first. In 2023, a roadmap of Lithuania life science sector was adopted by the Ministry of Economy and Innovation, and public and private sector agreed on strategic goal to generate 5% of GDP by life science industry by 2030. Sector boosted and integrated networks of science valleys and educational institutions that supply business with pool of top talents. Now the sector is one of the fastest growing sector in the region, with 30% annual income growth and more than 80 startups. Over 100 life science companies are active now in manufacturing or R&D activities. The main subsectors covers biotechnology, medical and optical devices. Lithuanians' biotechnology competencies in the cell and gene therapies emerged as the most promising subsector over recent years, with most business having strong collaboration with the Life Science Center of Vilnius University. And more than 90% of life science product manufacturing in Lithuania are exported to such countries as USA, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, and also to our neighbor, Latvia. The laser technology sector is one of the strongest sectors in Lithuania industry. Since the start of fundamental research, more than 50 years ago, it has grown into an ecosystem of its own right. Today, the sector, with more than 60 enterprises, with more than 2,000 employees, has a strong and dynamic ecosystem of highly skilled professionals, cutting-edge research institutions, and strong business community. Lithuanian laser companies are known for their exceptional quality and precision, offering customizing solutions that serve a wide range of industry, from medical to manufacturing. Continued national and business investment in research and development has ensured that Lithuanian lasers remain at the forefront of technology and significant contributor to the national economy. I am really proud to mention that 95 universities of top 100 use laser and optical technologies developed in Lithuania. The Lithuania laser sector is indeed characterized by a spirit of cooperation. More than 9% business investment goes to R&D activities. A closer working community of scientists with 5 universities and research centers, engineers and entrepreneurs share knowledge and drive innovation. Lithuania's semiconductor technology ecosystem is a growing and promising one, with particular strong links with laser, microelectronics, and photonics sector. The country has internationally known research institutions such as Kaunas Technology University, Vilnius Tech, Vilnius University, Center for Physical Science and Technology, and companies as Teltonika, Broli Semiconductor, Promvod, Expla, and others, developing high-value added products. Lithuania is actively seeking to strengthen this ecosystem through the investment in R&D, talents development, and cooperation with European and global partners in the semiconductor supply chain. Therefore, in 2021, semiconductor and optoelectronics industry were recognized as priority industry in Lithuania. In 2023, Teltonika IoT Group started the development of Teltonika Hill Tech Technology Park on the edge of Vilnius. It should be noted that this park is being developed exclusively on a business initiative. PCB factory and an electronic assembly plants will be built in near future. In 2024, Teltonika began the construction of a plastic and mechanical components plants, including a warehouse. Such ambitious business plans are a huge challenge, not only for business itself, but also for the government and the city Vilnius as well. Lithuania IT sector remains one of the fastest growing part of Lithuania economy. For the third year in a row, Lithuania is ranked second in the cybersecurity category in the world. This ranking gives the country prestige, helps attract investments and build trust both locally and internationally. It means that the country has a strong infrastructure. It is increasing in cybersecurity maturity and is working to ensure data protection for both citizens and business. The country has been recognized for having one of the most affordable internet services today. Also, it has made significant progress in the development of e-government, improving online services, digital infrastructures, and connectivity, including leading public Wi-Fi speeds. It is always nice to speak about our achievements, but knowledge creation and transfer from academia to business in Lithuania faces challenges that are common to most actors in the world and also Europe. Talent development in the context of knowledge creation and in particular of knowledge transfer remains a challenge, and a systemic linkage between the knowledge generated by researchers and its practical application in business or public sector should be improved. Although universities produce highly qualified specialists, there is often an insufficient focus on developing entrepreneurial technology, commercialization, and interdisciplinary skills. As a result, there is a huge amount of knowledge created in labs or scientific offices with the potential to develop them further, but does not always translate into innovative solutions. Therefore, potential talents of knowledge transfer play a crucial role in such progress. Higher education institutions are widely encouraged to clearly demonstrate their openness and active participation in society as part of their third mission. This includes responding to societal challenges, contributing to regional and national development, and supporting innovation ecosystem. Stakeholders increasingly expect universities to be not only centers for researchers and teaching, but also active promoters of changes in partnerships with industry. At the same time, these expectations need to be balanced with the need to prevent autonomy and academic freedom, which are central to the mission of higher education institutions. Institutional autonomy ensures that universities can pursue long-term research agendas, maintain academic standards, and protect intellectual diversity. A key challenge is therefore to balance the requirements of openness and relevance to society with the preservation of core academic values and the diversity of institutional missions and culture. There are good examples of universities working with industry on training, public engagement, research, and licensing. Many of the leaders of such companies, which were mentioned before, started their careers at universities and are still lecturing there and participating in managing structures. However, in many agreements with the private sector, higher education institutions actually act as subcontractors rather than full partners or collaborators. Practice shows that there are cultural challenges in the cooperation, academic, and business sector that needs to be overcome in order to take full advantage of the benefits of knowledge exchange and to learn from each other. One of the important challenges facing higher education and research institutions is the limited public interest in research and knowledge transfer. While science has great potential to address societal challenges, this potential often remains untapped due to low public engagement. There is a growing need to develop new models of collaboration, raise the visibility of science, and improve communications with public in order to build trust in science and encourage greater citizen participation in knowledge. Researchers have made significant advances in the field of IP protection. However, the institutional system for evaluating research output focuses primarily on high-level publications, and as a result, IP protection and management is often unutilized. A fragmented funding system also is a challenge where higher education institutions have to work with several funding agencies with sometimes overlapping or conflicting rules and a lack of coherence between calls. Our aim is to promote a more synchronized, complementary, and less competitive way of funding. And last but not least, state aid. Applying state aid restrictions in the same way to all sectors actually reduces the potential for universities to bring quickly new innovations to market. One of the key challenges comes when university wants to enable a spin-off or existing company to commercialize its research. In order for the transfer IP is not to be considered as state aid, the spin-off or company must pay the full market price. This raises a number of issues. How to determine the true market value of IP? This value often becomes clear only at the end of the project or afterwards. Finally, early-stage spin-offs often lack the funds to pay the market price. All of these factors may discourage companies from working with universities. Taking into account all these strengths, development prospects, and challenges of the country's science and R&D-based upstreaming industry sector, a decision on the focus of investment was made. And in 2022, smart specialization priorities were agreed between Ministry of Education, Science and Sport and Ministry of Economy and Innovation. And these three priorities are focused on areas where Lithuania has the greatest potential, both in science, as I was mentioned before, and in business. Health technologies and biotechnologies, new production processes, materials and technologies, information and communication technologies. And in 2022, research and development program was approved for the period 2021-2024, and main focus directions were identified: an attractive career for researchers from the involvement of students in R&D to strengthening the competences of the whole research community, developing high-level scientific knowledges, strengthening science cooperation with business, and to science as a tool for solving societal challenges. Reinforcing the entrepreneurial skills and activities. Since today we are talking about knowledge transfer system. Let me elaborate on some of them of the incentive to develop these activities. The most important actors in knowledge and technology transfer in higher education institutions are our technology transfer offices, acting as in-house bodies. In most cases, dedicated professionals who can act as knowledge brokers or linkage agents work in offices. Our main goal is to ensure sufficient resources and capacity for the sustainable functioning of TTOs in the academic ecosystem, to strengthen their knowledge and technology management competences, and to encourage academic authorities to increase their focus on the area. We are investing more than 26 million to 12 our strongest TTOs, which are in higher education institutions, and especially focusing on the activities which are listed here in my slide. So, the main objective of long-lasting Lithuania participation in Eureka network program is promoted science and business international cooperation on common projects, to help Lithuania science and present its knowledge to the international market, and to develop the competences for collaboration action, also to expand networking. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Eureka Tech-Year Innovation Award received by Kaunas Technology University last year from Eureka presidency. Pre-acceleration and mentoring program is for young researchers, senior bachelor's, master's, and PhD students, as well as spin-offs to exchange competences, how to establish spin-off and to manage IP, how to present and to sell for investors early-stage innovation ideas, how to build a successful business, advised by leading industry experts. There you can see these 3 young Lithuanians nominated for the European Patents Office's Young Investor Prize in 2024. And spin-offs. Investing in university spin-off companies helps turn R&D products into practical solutions, create high-value jobs, increase the share of science-based enterprises, also to boost cooperation between science and business. Our primary grants dedicated to the development of R&D products in spin-off companies. Further development is driven by measures provided by the Ministry of Economy and Innovation, guiding the company towards international expansion, reaching the scale-up. And here you see logos of some spin-offs who created their own business, and they are created in the higher education institutions, and now they are really internationally based enterprises in Lithuania. And Lithuania is continuously investing in R&D infrastructures. One of the last few years, investment has been directed in several important directions. The first focus was on the modern scientific centers for basic science, where practical knowledges also are used to learn to lead to new scientific solutions. Here you can see Vilnius University Medical Center, Scientific Center, which is located in the hospital campus, the biggest hospital campus in our country, and their knowledge is directly used in these hospitals. The second direction was on the centers to study activities and also for testing, prototyping, and validation of science solutions in real-life conditions, leading to value-added innovation. Such examples could be M-Lab of Kaunas Technology University with 12 thematic labs. Also Vilnius Tech Sustainability Biomedical and Sustainability Center with a data modeling space, and Eco-Design Lab and experimental demonstration space. And the third priority of investment was aimed to foster public interest in STEM fields. Science Iceland is the first science and innovation promotion popularization center in Lithuania, built in Kaunas. Visitors from primary school children to adults can enjoy a permanent exhibition, a state-of-the-art planetarium, STEM labs, and various cultural events. So, what is Lithuania today? Today, Lithuania is open to innovation, cutting-edge digital solution, recognized by hundreds of multinational enterprises. But the center of this is our people, is our talents. Lithuania has everything is needed to make its investments pay off. Thanks a lot.